Oh, yeah.
Vishvambara, Sri Satyanandana, O ocean of ecstatic love, O Hari, Krishna, Gopal, Govinda, O Sadananda, O life friend of the Virgin Gopis, glory to you. O Lord Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Vishvambara, Sri Satyananda, O ocean of ecstatic love, O Hari, O Krishna, Gopal, Govinda, O son of Nanda, O life friend of the Virgin Gopis, glory to
He keeps doing everything in capitals.
Yeah.
you. Please mercifully make me drink the nectar of ecstatic love. Make me serve you in many ways. O Sri Govinda, O Lord, more handsome than Kamadeva, O Master of the Gopis, O Sri Krishna, O Sri Hari, O Lord, whose pastimes the people of Raj glorify in song. O Sri Govinda, O Lord, more handsome than Kamadeva,
Oh, okay, yeah.
O Master of the Gopis, O Sri Krishna, O Sri Hari, O Lord, whose pastimes the people of Raj glorify in song. Please allow me to see the glory of your nectar sweet sidelong glance. Please reveal to me your qualities, forms, and pastimes. O Radha,
I don't think they allow you to. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you peeing about?
Gypsy.
Caucasian, isn't it?
Yeah, where's Caucasian? Is it Kenyan?
See, isn't it? Sure.
No, there's no
Oh, man.
Caucasian.
Sweaty. I'm a fan
Well,
of it. It's
white
a
people
little bit more.
and Caucasians.
Whew.
White
O
English.
Radha, O beloved of Lord Hari, O goddess
Yeah,
who
white English,
enjoyed
isn't it?
pastimes
Yeah,
in the
white
forest
English,
groves
Scottish
of
words.
No,
Vrindavan.
it's across all of them.
Please bring me to your love sea. Oh, beautiful. Please accept me.
England or Britain or UK.
O Radha, O beloved, O beloved of Lord Hari, O goddess who enjoyed pastimes in the forest groves of Vrindavan.
Geographic origin.
Bring me
Yorkshire.
to your lotus feet.
Yorkshire.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful
Filipino,
one.
former Yugoslavia, Bulgarian, Iranian,
Yeah, what's
Japanese.
it got those for?
Britain.
There's not Britain written there.
UK then.
Hasn't got
British,
that.
Asian, Burmese, Black British, Black American, Baltic state.
About Gold Englishman.
Bulgarian, Iranian. I don't think it applies.
Just, yeah, this is mine.
Okay, yeah. Jesus.
This is not returning. Go to all the way to UK.
Song 3.
Cousin Bomb.
O daughter of King
Oh, he's
Vishnu
from here.
Banu.
Yeah.
O daughter of King
Religion.
Vishnu Banu, O lotus-eyed goddess, who are the great treasure of my
Sexual
eyes.
Gay man.
Now.
No, he's a lesbian.
Lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh, daughter.
I care not to say.
Because he isn't gopi.
Oh,
I just
lotus-eyed goddess.
heterosexual. You're straight, aren't you?
With that
Straight,
great
yeah.
treasure of
Not
my
yet,
eyes, I bow now before you.
No, I'm bent actually.
Oh, goddess.
Fucking hell.
Whose
This is gonna
glistening
go on for a
mirror
long time.
toenails
How many press
defeat
around
many
buttons all gone?
millions.
Okay.
Oh.
Watch this! Flat number. 7.
No, I don't live there anymore.
I know you don't.
Just put mine in.
Oh, goddess, whose glistening mirror
Just put-
toenails defeats
no, fix the
many
moon.
millions of nectar moons. Oh, goddess, who charmed the chikora bird of
Oh,
Lord
basically.
Krishna's heart.
18. 18.
Yes.
I feel like I'm on fire, man. Oh, jeez. Woo! Ah! Oh, my God.
Right, 7, bird, court, close.
Oh, Krishna. Oh. Phew. Hare Krishna. Oh, goddess, whose glistening mirror toenails defeat
It's
many
called
millions
bird,
of nectar
court, close, yeah?
moons.
Yeah.
Oh, goddess, who charmed the chikora bird of Lord Krishna's heart. Oh, goddess, whose glistening mirror toenails defeats many millions of nectar moons.
Postcode?
CB
Oh,
one.
goddess, who charmed the chikora
Full
bird of
GB.
Lord Krishna's heart. Oh, goddess,
Did you
whose
read in?
beautiful,
Was
whose
that
graceful
when?
beauty
10 years
is
ago.
You
praised
say December.
by Lakshmi
Tom's
Devi.
like different every time, you know.
Oh, goddess, whom Lalita and the
When
other
you in?
gopis
I don't know.
decorate with
June
Yavaka.
3rd.
Yavaka. Oh, goddess,
19.
whose graceful
2019.
beauty is
2009.
praised by Lakshmi Devi. Oh, goddess, whom Lalita and the other gopis decorate Yavaka.
And you left last year.
Yeah.
August last year.
Was it
When did
Oh,
you go
goddess,
for
who
that?
serves Lord
August.
Krishna.
July?
Oh, goddess, whose heart is
August,
decorated
yeah,
with
August.
thoughts of Lord Krishna. Oh, goddess, learned in the art of sweet dancing in the rasa pastimes. Oh, goddess, who serves Lord Krishna. Oh, goddess, whose heart is decorated with thoughts of Lord
You
Krishna.
need.
Oh, goddess, learned in the
No.
art of sweet
What? You need
dancing
what?
in the
Do
rasa.
you need post to go to another address now? Yes. Put no, but put yes for the next for the other. Is your mobility impaired? Yeah. Yes. Hearing, yes, deaf. It's deaf as a bloody brush.
What you want?
Yes.
See,
It's
yes,
deaf.
it's deaf.
Here to this beautiful forest grove.
Do you have a learning in
Group
you have
of
learning
flowers.
Remind me,
Yeah.
first thing on Monday we have to make an appointment.
Do you experience emotional or mental distress?
Yes.
Yes.
Separation from Krishna.
Please.
Do you ever terminate?
Long-term illness, yes.
Yes.
Heart attack and strokes and life, the material
Yeah,
world.
yes, yes.
Even though
Please
disabilities,
bring
yes.
this lady
Yes.
girl.
Do I go to window
Whose
school?
deep
Yes.
riches-
Right, let's give the disability, write them all down.
Heart attacks.
3 heart attacks.
Please
Two
take my
strokes.
words seriously.
Two
Please
strokes.
lead me across the
Breaststroke.
great ocean of armorous desires. I
Yes,
take
yes.
shelter of you. Please do what I ask without delay. Hearing Lord Krishna's words, the very intelligent gopi at once
Put comma in
2
between.
strokes, breaststroke and front
Put
crow.
comma
Yeah.
in
in
between.
a secluded place by a lake that gopi told
Right,
Radha
I can't do crawl.
Krishna's
Damaged
great
foot.
English.
Right foot.
Damaged right foot.
She said to Radha, "O friend,
Double
you
vision.
reside always in Krishna's heart. Oh,
An asthma.
inconsiderate one,
Brain
why do you
damage.
set him on fire in
asthma.
this way?
He's not got asthma, he's
I
got an
have got
inhaler.
asthma.
Please go to him now.
Why have you got an
Show him
inhaler?
Limitless
Yeah.
love and splendor.
He's supposed to have an
bliss.
inhaler.
Yeah.
cool the fires that burn in him.
How do I use it?
Where is it? I'm not
Please
seeing
make
it.
Krishna's loving
Bring your
words,
tablets.
delicate suma flower, resting
Pardon?
on your ear.
Bring me tablets. Why?
No, it's alright. We might need to. They're not
Go get me tablets.
With a half smile in her crooked mouth, Radha says, "Don't hit me.
Don't hit me.
Let go of the edge of my clothing."
Let go of the edge of my
With
clothing.
his powerful arms, Krishna
Put yes.
holds her
No, he's not, but put yes.
Oh,
I
friend,
don't know,
look at the two
You've
crowns.
got to download
They
the form.
who know how
So
to
let's fill it in.
What?
That
Two
PPI,
crowns
yeah,
that
PPI said
enjoy
yes.
many different
Okay.
kinds
They're
of
gonna ask us for the
pastimes.
fucking. What is
Two
this
crowns
benefit?
that give the best
What is that?
happiness the eyes can enjoy.
Look and watch this!
Okay, what we shall we
The
do?
fearsome, always bending archer's bows
Yeah.
of her restless
I-
eyes,
I-
again and again shooting sharp red
Go
arrows
on the council,
from the corners of eyes.
council. Or just put
Radha
in
is expert at tasting the nectar of embraces.
application form,
Again and again,
PPI
rebukes
application
her.
form. PPI? Yeah, personal information.
Oh, beloved, please don't touch me with your lips. Lips that are
Touch
It
me.
looks like
pure.
PIP.
Lips again and again
I need to
tasted
get some
by the
syllabus.
girls of
PIP.
Raj as she speaks these
That's
words.
PIP.
Krishna's cheek.
Personal independent.
So why did you say
Please
PPI?
stop.
I
You
don't know.
have broken my chastity. You have got what you want.
Personal payment
Speaking these
independent.
words, Radha
I don't know what the last one is.
her beloved.
Personal payment independent.
Personal
Dependent payment.
You're just gonna have to put personal independent payment.
What do you want to go for anyway?
I don't know, it says you don't have to do that. At least
Whoa,
remember it's
Krishna.
taken.
Radha.
But once we get one of those boxes, you can put them in and you can just,
Whoa.
you just
You don't forget the box.
Ah,
I'm gonna glue it to you. Don't
Hare Krishna.
And you know, I hear what you're trying to do. Yeah, come off all the pills, let Krishna get you to get better and all that kind of stuff. Same, you know, I thought, I'm just, yeah,
What?
it benefits me being in this position
Why?
because we get help
So Krishna.
You get a house, and a
tastes
car,
spiritual
and
sense.
PAs.
we get.
Well, aren't you using this
Yeah,
house?
it's an awakened
Yes.
spiritual
Are
body.
you using the car?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Are you using my PAs?
It's,
Yes.
So
it's what the,
that's why I say we.
the contrast of
You make
the,
it happen.
sahajas, the real sahajas.
Oh.
Cold.
Sahaja means you put it down.
Yeah.
Well, different forms of sahaja. You make it like a material thing, you know. Body is his subtle body. It's
Right. So he
spiritual
receives a
body. You
pendant.
see here, this is how you
He
relish.
receives a pension, so he's got to apply for
Isn't that what Lord
attendance.
Chaitanya did in Raja Lila, the first
Did you
chapter?
read that?
No, I didn't read any of it. I was looking for the application
Went
form.
around with his devotees and he was just chanting Krishna's name like with a
What was
rod.
the application
So if you
form?
go down quickly, you'll
I
see.
need to get some slippers.
Yeah. Get them the other day. Just the
It's Krishna's in the heart, right?
attendance. Yeah.
So that's where it's all, it's
If
on
you
the stage
if
in
you
the heart.
reach state pension age,
They're
then you can apply
purified
for
heart.
attendance now. So what we'll do, we'll
Yeah,
apply
I
for
think,
both
you
of
know.
them. We'll let Mike just go, especially Mike, arrange it.
This is where it's all going. Woo. This is making Krishna happy. You just become enlightened.
I had some terrific
You
pains
become
last night from my
illuminated
feet.
with the truth. Oh, that's what it is.
Feel good.
It's natural.
Oh,
It becomes a natural thing. It's
bad
not like
pains.
I'm making, you know, like the neophyte devotees go, I'm making Krishna
couldn't
happy.
tell you,
I gotta,
it's
like,
like
I'm
thing
in
we
joy
feel.
sensor, so I'm not
You
making
do that to
Krishna
me.
happy, but their face doesn't show it. See? Making Krishna happy, happy.
Here's the fucking form.
The Srila Bhakti
I can't see what you're doing, you're just getting up and down.
shows
No!
manifestation of happiness.
No, they can't do it.
Fucking watch this!
Sadness. Still, you see the devotees, he folds you that they're across.
Anybody watch you?
No.
That stuff is all
97, 87.
so beautiful.
This is where it's at.
Oh. See, you say it's the same thing. It's intense.
Okay, so
What feeling?
go on your head.
What do you think of all this crazy stuff here? Yeah, yeah, you can feel something.
Oh yeah, every day. It's a different understanding and a different feeling.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
It just seems that everything's always more intensified and more, I hate to keep using the word clear, but it's like you have so many misunderstandings or self-concocted ideas. And by hearing cleans it up a little more. And I think that if you stop trying to please yourself and only try to please Krishna,
Right?
then if you do everything for
Fire.
Krishna,
Hey,
like
it's fire.
when you said,
It's fire, yeah.
just
Yeah,
forget
it's
about
fire, that's
everybody around you and just chant, you're chanting.
Yeah.
It's completely
Fire.
different, completely different,
Shit, isn't it?
totally
Yeah,
different.
but
This is what you can get. This is what you can have. This is what he's all about.
Oh my God.
They're attracted to it because they look, this is a higher pleasure versus actually
But that's what it depends on
relishing
what's you.
pleasing Krishna,
Right.
This is new.
Yeah, it gets pretty wild, but, yeah, so that's every day, it's like, I don't fear, but there's kind of like what's gonna go on today, what's happening, what's gonna happen, who am I gonna encounter, what's that gonna be like?
It's hard to claim. Keep going
You
down.
know, but it's exciting, it's so exciting, it's so exciting, these people are amazing. The encounters that you have.
You see that lady in white last night?
Yeah,
I got it all on video, man.
oh, she was so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Oh,
And she wouldn't stop chanting, man. I'm gonna upload the video. I have it all
yeah,
here
she
already.
was such a beautiful soul.
Oh my God,
I want to do it online.
just came out of nowhere, man.
That should be
Started
downloaded.
dancing.
She was so amazing.
I think she's really like a demigod.
I think
Just
so
sign
too.
up.
Just
Yeah.
appeared there.
You know I can fill it in, but it's a new one.
Just very,
For them.
boy, it's like, that's so magical. The whole
It was
thing.
so magical.
Yeah,
I
and the
agree.
whole thing is getting more and more magical every day.
Start to
Mysterious. Yeah, especially Armbold's a place for that because people come here from all over. It's like it's a special place here.
That one plus that one. Where do I get my
Unusual
code from?
persons.
And what's funny is we get almost a bitey every night.
Hey!
Joanna, you're not sure.
Devotees
Hare
around.
Krishna! Hello.
Hello.
Devotees tend to wander
Very good chat
space for a
to you,
short time and
I
then
hear
move
it.
on.
It's sort of whistling.
I don't ever put a thing on.
That's hard to claim.
You were Saturdays as well, do you?
I tend to do one day, then weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever one.
Oh, quick, shut that door, it's freezing. What's that one?
Well, we do different here. When you see stuff like this.
I think you just gotta go with that. You've got to
Wow.
perform.
Good stuff.
Do
What are
it
you doing here?
You've got to be able to download it because that's cheaper for them.
I always feel too, I said, I shouldn't be showing this, I shouldn't be, it's like, like,
What do you want?
It's like.
Cup of
I
tea,
have
please.
to,
What do you
I
want?
have to relish this, and it's
want?
important to be seen.
See, Joanna, will you make the tea?
I will, yeah. Sorry, I'm just letting this back out.
So, it's like.
Go, Virginia! You cheeky bastard!
Where's it all
Right,
going?
she wants tobacco to smoke.
Oh no, Pete needs a new bag.
She couldn't see her because he's a drug addict and she's a junkie and I want to too.
I just want he's
I threw away his tobacco
Anyway,
and she got pissed off and threw it away.
How much do you want? Just a bit.
It's all being recorded now live on Bigo.
This.
I know. I don't know.
Just a little bit. Yeah,
Church.
just as much as that. That's it.
Cover the evidence, hide the
You
evidence.
don't need that much.
Oh, that's all right.
No, but
Junkies.
that will last me for like 20 weeks. Forever.
It's like, you know, even like
I thought
some
yeah.
fall
But
downs
you'll
or
take
something.
tea, proper tea and
Property, yeah. And
You
how
see
can you make
everything
stuff
you
yourself?
lose.
So?
And this is obvious.
Have you had something?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have sugar.
I do.
You have sugar?
I don't have sugar.
You make mine in the Virginia cup.
The vagina.
I have, yeah, one sugar. Korean doesn't have any sugar.
That have the taste just by carrying on this.
Nothing in it. You threw away. No, there was loads left.
I can't hear my right, shut up now.
But these, see, if you're still in the biting level, it's not that. You say if you do something wrong, and it's a teacher.
I can't even put it down my
Oh
thing.
man, it's like for days and years. Oh, it never free.
I'm just gonna have to get one from.
It doesn't get purified, you know.
Oh, they usually send me one. In fact, I think I've got one upstairs.
So fall down to me is a word,
might have
it's
one
just a
upstairs.
word. Fall down is a word, because the only way you can fall down is if you think or someone else thinks that they're on a position. But you're not on any position, we're all just on the journey, it's a journey. So you can't fall down because you're not there. So fall down is just part of the journey.
Well, you're there and you just have an experience, that's all. It's just another experience, you know, that everybody, oh, you know, because of moral codes.
God, they really, I mean, they must get some serious assholes to fill out these government forms discover the internet. There's no web pages with this much shit to scroll through. See this?
People can't relish this
This
platform.
is really bad web design. Really bad. This is so user friendly.
You know, zillions of sins.
Scroll down half 3 football pitches just to get information. It's
And
really
then they
nice.
start chanting the ecstatic.
You have things categorized.
It's done so that
Oh, you get frustrated, you piss off, and it puts energy into the system, and you become frustrated, you go say,
Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
Are you frustrated?
coming.
Cold again.
Thank you.
Dummy. What? No,
Give me one, so.
So Krishna
Did.
No,
spiritual
you missed.
sex, but not with the organ like ours, right? Yeah. It's hard to grasp. Yeah, it's hard to grasp the difference, and you just have to.
Well, I'm going upstairs to see if I've got one.
Go on what?
And gradually you'll figure that you'll understand. Even when they, like Miles asked me a question about this.
What's
how
that doing there?
is, you know,
It's meant to go in there.
How did Krishna enjoys even in the material world? So I could answer it because of this kind of question. Otherwise, you can't understand. You have to cleanse the mirror of the mind and heart. You cleanse it, you just see both the mind as it is and the truth as it is. See, as it is both. It's important because then you understand that it's all, you know, it's all Krishna. And Krishna is, because we're parts and parcels of Krishna, particle. And we're in the Maya, we get overwhelmed by it. See? But when you're empowered like an iron and a fire doing intense, steady devotional service, you get empowered in self-realization. And you see how the Maya is working. And then you can even explain it, and then people can understand. Because they are covered by it and can't understand. So it's Krishna even enjoying the material world, but the living entity is so small and out of touch with the spiritual world, he can't see it. He get overwhelmed by thinking, now I'm the enjoyer. That's the illusion. You're never the enjoyer. It's just an illusion that you're the enjoyer. Krishna's enjoying, but not very well in the shadow. So Krishna's pulling himself out. He's actually pulling himself out, the little particle that got overwhelmed. It's actually him being overwhelmed. I mean, that's the deep thing. You can't see that in there. It's like Rupa Goswami wrote a sonnet or a poem. He says, introduction to his play, I think. He said, Lord Krishna descended as the son of Sachi Devi to teach the science of devotional service to who?
Shadowman does.
Self. So more chances like chanting is the great thing if you, especially when you're in association with, ecstatic devotees who are chanting ecstasy, because very quickly you start to realize this. You come out of the illusion. That's something becoming eternal and liberated soul. Lord has made it virtually so easily. It's like he says, no more feasible way of salvation. Shashastika, no more better way of salvation than chanting the holy names. So, yeah, it's short. And it can help a lot of Christians too.
Life's too short.
We're already starting to, we're starting to make connections.
Life's too short.
Just fucking die. You've got two things there for.
One's bingo, one's YouTube.
Minister who's also studying bodily healing.
Why is that? Turn the wrong way around then.
Because that camera facing ways.
I know we can help him there. Maybe get in touch with his psychotherapist and his deep connection. Very similar to mine, but only on this. His contact is with the Advaita school, the Buddhist schools of that. So we're starting to, Krishna is starting to connect in different ways. And so the preaching, I'm preaching out to the Christians and making something. And it's helping Vaishnavas understand Jesus better. It's very deep stuff. I mean, I tell you, it's why you can't really, I'm going to do what I do and don't try to do it. You have to, it's a special thing, who knows how long I've been preparing to do this. It's very deep. It's going to help Christians advance by understanding the revelations that come through the Vaishnava system will help them immensely. I can answer myself. It just makes more clear, more powerful. See, the more clarity you have, the better, right? The more you understand who Jesus is, what he means. In my Father's house there are many mansions. Who knows, understands that? Nobody. But an ecstatic Vaishnava would. So I have more talks about this. Because the revelations from the devotees and from the Vedic line, as Lord Chaitanya's line, are very deep and very wonderful. Yeah. My Father's house are many mansions. Well, there's the Vaikuntha mansion, and there's the Dwarka mansion. And in all those mansions, like Vaikuntha, there's many rooms, It's like one big mansion with many rooms and many different devotees. Oh man, it's just like. If you get Lord Chaitanya's association and his devotees, we can enter into any of them because you'll understand how the Lord is working with all the devotees and your trusted servant now. Okay? You don't blow people out too much and you want to give them a little challenge sometimes. That's what Narada does. He gives everybody a little challenge. Some challenges them a little bit to move. And that's to be in the confidential servant, man. You do that. I mean, people coming here don't
What's
know.
the next
I don't even know, the result of all this.
This destination after being a cat.
So somebody's feeling sad.
Jaguar.
It is. And then I know.
Jaguar.
And see.
I'm glad you
Oh,
did.
voice.
I see the thing.
Into it.
I fight.
Get a cloth and wipe that up and stuff.
What?
One of those
Oh,
two,
what?
I know it.
What's that from?
No, it's not what you think it
I
is.
know it's not we,
Where'd it come from?
Oh, it's
because
not.
you just washed out his
Pissy pants.
No, it's
I've
Kevin.
got.
What you got? How
So
you
Kevin says, I feel
Unless it's got my
sad.
name on it, then I not got my
Well,
name on it.
here's the good news, Kevin. You stick around and you will. Otherwise, it's a very long road to get him. So the sadness, okay, you feel
This is
it.
blue
But
badge.
the thing is, the truth of it,
No, it is for blue badge.
you will increase in your journey towards that special love for God. Very,
Yeah,
very
thanks.
quickly.
We don't need this.
Quickly than many gurus, and all those gurus who don't come here. Because what's going on here is very.
There's a cloth in the kitchen, Randy.
Very wonderful.
There's a clock in there.
And very,
And I rang them, they're closed.
Yes, that's
and
it.
you're here.
Right, write the number down on it.
Just
Write the
have full
notes
confidence,
down
because
on there.
that's what it says. By
For
regular
the
baptism,
Descenders
and
Day
Srila
4.
Bhagavatam, that's everything.
So write the number down and we have it. Because I was going to
You coming here
look
regularly,
upstairs
by
later.
regular, like service to the devotees, you know, that's service in itself, that's all you can do, that's great, if you can do more, that's wonderful too. And all that's troublesome to the heart, all that's stopping you from that natural love for God, that's just in the way now. You and your natural love for God will be there.
I'm using your phone. Don't.
As an irrevocable fact forever. You have that companionship of God forever now. Isn't that nice? Well, you're in the right place.
You have to keep this website.
Stay around. Don't let Maya pull away. And we'll keep, and if you stay here, we'll keep revealing Maya's tricks so you can understand.
And then there's his email.
Maya's tricks.
Oh my God, I can't remember.
Stay here and you won't be overwhelmed by
I've got
it.
another number for mobility.
Stay in the circle of influence and don't be like this small Sita who
They haven't sent an email.
who was tricked by some robins and wolf in sheep's clothing.
You refresh it.
So
Has it
welcome.
gone to the,
Just hang close. Hang on to the, like, like Nina that's holding on to the
Moving soon?
coattails.
Oh, moving soon.
I
We're
am
using it
too,
in the
that's why I
password.
come here.
Junk.
Again, I come here to get the news of Goloka every day.
1,
because
2,
it-
3,
it's
4,
very
fifth one
helpful.
down.
You know, this is the path, man. To those who worship me with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. See,
Because I've
and
had
then
loads of
I give
emails
it to you
before,
guys
it's
because
fine.
you're right friends and you're here. See, that's how you get out of this, and everybody else, they more or less stay where
shite
they are.
password.
Great
It's very
password.
slow, those paths.
Yeah, that was nice.
Ecstatic
Yeah, you never
devotional
really remember
service is very rarely seen in this world. But when it
What's
is,
the
whoever's
username
on
and
that
email?
track, who's ever holding fast there, they're on their way out quickly of this land. Because that's what only where the protection is fully. It's a little in Vaidhi Bhakti, but you see there's all these bewildering things going on there. Right? Nobody's really clear. Here we get clear, 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 clear. Like she said this morning, more clear, more clear. But if you go out, you just get unclear. The mind will just roll over you like a fog, and you're unclear, and you stay, you know. And when you come back, you'll see, oh wow, everything that you did is
Rent,
held for you.
to rent, not to buy.
If you don't come back, well, it's held for you until, who knows, opportune moment. Maybe one lifetime or a million or thousands, who knows, man, I don't know, you know. So, let's see here. Let's read Chaitanya Charitamrita. This might understand some things.
Slow down. Go back
It's
up.
great, man. This is
Just to these things here.
Jeez.
Advanced search, okay.
What a life, man. You know,
Go down
there's this guy, very powerful Christian, he calls,
Gotta be
and get into a lifestyle Christianity.
Go down.
And so we just say, let's
Where's
get
that?
into
55 on here.
lifestyle Christianity, Christian with a K. So they do it with a C, we do it with a K,
Oh,
because it's spirit
down
filled.
again.
That's why that name came to
It
me.
says
We're
disability
Christians
housing.
with a K. Because the Christians became Christians from the Jews to the Christians when they got the spirit of devotion. See, and we're doing that now too, so why not? Isn't it a perfect thing? Christians, and we're Christians with a K. They're Christians with a C. We're inaugurating this spirit-filled worship of Krishna in the Vaishnava sector. Starting like they started there, and it's going to branch out to everybody. Already Christians, you're going to see Christians will make connections here and then get benefit. People in the world will benefit. Just like with Christ, he went out, did not just for the Jews, he went everywhere because it was universally
Oh
important.
no, actually over 50.
And it'll do the same thing here. why not? My God, why not, man?
I think it's good, 50
They have
pounds, they've got
only,
no
the
choice.
New Testament, was written by one person. Well, it wasn't even written by, it was so, because the glorification of a personality like Jesus is so powerful, man. It liberates people. We've got the Bhagavatam, we got Chaitanya
You should do it in
Charitamrita,
50
Chaitanya Bhagavat, Goswami
They've got
literatures.
no other choice.
And the only reason why it's still powerful, it's attracting people. But when it's in the hands of an ecstatic devotee, it becomes like a nuclear bomb. Super powerful. There's no one more logical than a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. Nobody more clear than a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. And anybody who comes to them will get clear like that. Will get devotion like that. Of course, you got to empty out the garbage, a bit of it, but to get something in there. But that goes very fast if you come here and you have faith in what we do.
Picture.
Look at that. We're even helping Vaishnavas. They're coming and saying, Miles said this and others have said this. They listened to my classes about Jesus. Now I'm understanding about Jesus. And Christians can't make them as clear as I'm making them. And I'm coming from a Vaishnava perspective. Why is that? That's the power of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. And Jesus too, because I had all that experience with Jesus, born again, and all that stuff.
If he gets his rent paid for.
Very, very amazing. Books here.
Estimated to make monthly service charge. You got to pay £300 service charge.
That's for taking the bins and washing
So
fucking
where we got? Here we go.
fucking lifts. That's £800
I totally understand why a Christian around there is lost. They do all night, man. I can't
walk around with
do
you,
it
man.
all
Oh
night.
yeah,
Maybe
I'm
30
wondering.
minutes watching them. It's like, it's no joke with Ranga Lake, man. He feels kicked inside. It's like, it can only take so much. Because they're romping around inside of it.
But they're over 65.
He'll be here today. Hey, man, we got another partner in crimes coming. Make the pastimes more colorful. Okay, let's see. Actually, we're reading chapter 23, Life's Ultimate Goal.
Do retirement is really expensive. Do disability housing. Do disability housing.
All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda, and all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
Does that mean I'm inviting?
What?
Knows what's going on.
I always feel like I'm a new puppy and I just shiver and shake it.
Good. We like that shiver and shake, man. You are a new puppy. I like you. New puppies are good. Puppy love.
Krishna. Okay.
Is that the same one?
Not cheating.
I was cold, I was freezing
Yeah,
cold.
that's it hot now.
Okay. All right.
DSS
Leela 23:2. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Acharya. And all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued. Now hear,
Actually,
O Sanatan, about the results of devotional service, which is love of Godhead.
they should have 2 properties found. The one before had 9 properties.
Yeah, you see? So, here are the results of devotional service. So you got the Vaidhi Bhakti.
Oh no,
And you got this Reverend Gandhi
countryside,
now.
like United.
Okay. So you notice she's coming from a Vaidhi Bhakti path here.
What did it?
Well, I just kind of stumbled into it.
That's good price.
And some others, that are coming here from the Vaidhi Bhakti path, more or less.
Newstead village, Newstead
So
village.
the result of that ultimately is this love of God. See, even though they don't know it as clearly, they think Varna, a lot of people may think, oh no, Varna, Prabhupada came and told us Varnashram Dharma. That was his mission, and that's what the result of it is to be, it could be like that, or they might think, yeah, love of God, but that's a very high thing, and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a very high thing, but that's where it's all going. Either devotional service and practice, or devotional service on the spontaneous level. Okay? Can you imagine, as a Vaidhi Bhakti, somehow or other you can see, it's very hard to recognize a spontaneous devotee, okay? Because that's why you have to empty out all of your concoctions and speculations, because you haven't realized that, but you may think you do because you read the scriptures and you still can't understand because your heart ain't purified by bhakti. Devotion, pure, spontaneous devotion. So you think you understand them here. Oh yeah, I figure I know all about this, like Bhagavad and the false ego. Oh, I know all about devotional service and the holy name, and I'll listen to my purport. See, that's what everybody says to me, basically. They say, oh, listen to my purport on that. Purport is their speculations on it. See? And they say, well, no, this is the right thing. And Balaprabha was caught in that. See? But can you imagine? Look at the results of persons on Vaidhi Bhakti platform coming here. Look how fast they're progressing. And that in itself is a miracle. That in itself is proof of the diploma here. Diploma of excellence. See? That this is there's no Bhakti Shastra needed on the wall. It's like, look at the people coming here from a Vaidhi platform after 40, 25, 40, and 50 years. And I'm telling you, this is no joke. They're here. And look how fast they're progressing. Look at how they've zoomed from the, the elementary phase into the postgraduate phase that quickly. Can you imagine if there were 1,000 Vaidhi Bhaktas coming here like that? How fast they're going to progress, and how slow they're going to progress if they don't, because they're more or less the way they were. Because progression is by association. You want to be successful in real estate, it's location, location, location. You want to be successful in Krishna consciousness, it's association, association, association with the higher level than what you're on.
Just put none.
Otherwise, you're going to try to, by what they teach you. See, the same thing, Christians gave that idea up also. They said that then, after generations, they were more or less the same, still in false ego, still proud, still wanting high seats, and still there after many generations. It wasn't strong enough to purify them. And then Jesus comes just by association, association, association. They got spirit of devotion, 11 of them that stuck. See, just like you guys, you stick, you get what they got very quickly. You don't stick, you get what those guys got who left, nothing much. Okay? And they were so powerful that spirit goes inside in them. And those 11, they became the spearheaders for the discipline succession. They were if you wanted that Holy Spirit, you had to go to them. They carried it. There was a guy sincerely, just like these Vaidhi Bhaktas, sincerely worshiping Krishna, sincerely. Oh yeah,
Where's the postcode again?
Prabhupada and all this, and he was from
4
Jesus
GB.
preaching, and like that, Sankirtan, whatever they did, all that. And then a spirit-filled devotee who got that mercy from Jesus comes along. Did you get the Holy Spirit? He goes, what's that?
Your lost house.
The same
I
thing.
just remember me.
I can go to Vaishnavas now. Did you get the spirit of devotion before? Yes or no?
No.
The middle
No.
and the heart.
Now are you getting it?
That's what this
Need
is.
to bring your teeth. Oh, we're gonna go and then.
Yeah.
Did you bring it free? Thank you, Jonah.
He just nodded for yes. Bring
You've
it.
been telling him what to do.
Krishna Chaitanya.
You weren't listening to it when you messaged
So
me.
you want,
To you.
yeah, so it's the same thing. We just go to the Bhakti Bhakti and say, hey, do you have Bhakti Devi living in your heart? You have Radharani dancing in your heart there
Unless
and
John doesn't
worshiping
mind.
Krishna.
Yeah, the phone number.
So juicy, you want to do it
Who's
3,
yours?
4, 5 times a day. Yeah, just devote like
Who's
7,
phone
8 hours talking
Leave
about
that
her
heart.
and Krishna and all that stuff. And then, going on
Okay,
saying your
open
time.
that.
You just do it naturally. What's that? Oh, no, I follow
Wonderful.
the principles because who says so? That's right.
Well,
I don't want to go to hell,
It was a
Yeah, sweet
what kind of
diligently. Look at
tense
my
was it?
face. It doesn't have such a.
I'm speaking to him, you do
Just
what
told me,
you
well, I'm gonna
That's
speak.
what I got.
No, type in 8 fingers.
Sure. But can you imagine? We
What
could
was
visit
Contact
a
number
few
for
of them that
Midland
come here,
Hearts.
how they're gonna be
Landlords
those witnesses,
in
guys are the
Coventry.
witnesses. The
Yeah.
more joy you
Was it a
taste in this, that's what I say. You
hospital,
just taste this
prison,
bhakti,
temporary
the more you're
residence?
gonna attract,
What
inviting
kind
them,
of
say, hey
residence was
man,
it?
maybe this isn't
Retired
so bad.
residence?
Maybe Gaurahari isn't as nuts
Oh,
as
they-
you thought he
sheltered
was.
Sheltered accommodation.
So Mina says, one meeting I went. You gotta do stand up there.
Really?
She gotta do stand up, huh? You really gotta do it, man.
What did she say?
She says, one meeting I went to a while ago, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, the first person, before starting to read, had something to say. They started by saying, now this is purely speculation.
Wow.
That is really true. I know it's honest, man.
Wow.
But blah, blah, blah.
Joanna, thank you for 2 votes.
Everyone present was cooing. Ah, cooing and buying.
Thank you, Joanna. Look at you, 3-cup girl.
Well,
Good
I
night.
guess they didn't really know what they were saying.
Thank you,
but
John.
They said the right thing. Later on, they'll understand. They are speculating.
You know, there's ironing and stuff to do upstairs. And
Yeah, so anyway.
you know that cup I use in the bathroom?
See, all this.
You always hide it away. Stop hiding it away.
So, where'd that come
For
from?
washing her arse.
Reading the past of Radha and Krishna, it's so clear
Reasons for leaving.
and so
Madness.
powered. Relishing.
Harry Radha
That's why
Charity.
it says
Yeah.
it's glorifying Chaitanya Charitamrita, the pastimes.
Is it
and
giving you a reason?
focus,
Fucking millions of
especially
fucking
for
reasons.
Dhamma.
What other and then you can
It's so
just say
cleansing and purifying.
temporary
It gives such great
accommodation.
happiness to Krishna. You get
Well,
so
reason-
Well, I am
clear on
homeless.
doing
I'm
it.
temporarily staying in a friend's house. But the truth,
And you
Cause the
see,
reason
wow,
for
I'm
leaving.
actually a maid servant here.
Another
to give
place.
you happiness.
madness.
This is my job. My job,
Madness.
my happiness to give you happiness. Your happiness
Mental-
is my happiness.
mental,
Can you imagine? People like me understand
That's nice.
such things. Can you imagine? I mean, I can't. Why me, man? I'm less than a
Mental
carpenter.
reasons.
Put mental health reasons.
I'm getting locked up before we know it.
Anyway, the Lord has some things. I can't figure it out. Who cares? Let's just keep drinking this stuff. It's good. Whatever it is, it's really good, huh? All right, go ahead. We milked that one good.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 4, 5.
One who hears this
6 or 2.
description will be enlightened in the transcendental
5, 4.
mellows of devotional service. When affection for Krishna,
I'll read that again.
one who hears this description will
Why
be
do you-
enlightened
And what?
in the
same
transcendental
thing,
mellows
landlords,
of
engineers,
devotional service.
See, you'd have to hear it from a devotee to understand it. See, one who hears this description, a lot of people have read this, but they still don't understand it. There's some people who have read that, and then they come to me, and they think, I know everything about, what you're doing. I have people that study under Narayan Raj, and they say, because they got it here, but they don't have it here.
Have you not
See,
painted
here, I
those?
have it here, and they think they have it here, and they say, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. And they read this book many times, or not, maybe that's probably at least once, a lot of times. But they didn't hear it. They got to hear it from an actual devotee that's the heart is purified by devotion, and then they'll get it. Otherwise, it's just got it here, and then they think they know. See, it's imitative, even up to that level. So that's why, I'm telling you something really deep. This is only from relishing. What I relish, no one can understand this stuff. It's so deep, man. This is why they think that Narayan Raj is the current successor of Prabhupada. They think that he thinks he's on the same platform of Prabhupada. And I'm showing, I have to show, otherwise people will be bewildered by that. There's an imitative level in the higher in the mode of goodness
There's no handle on that
and
vagina cup, is
pure
there?
goodness. See, goodness is there. There's a little difference between the two.
But tell
A
the
big
fingers.
difference. See, one is the imitative. The mode of goodness imitates pure goodness, and there are Vaishnavas that, like him, regulated, like his godbrothers, many of them, they also thought they were there at the same place. They just covered by that. Daksha also thinks, and not only that, there's this little thing that makes you want to be victorious over that mode of goodness, even of pure goodness. And so you try to establish yourself as better than that, and then people look towards that. You see why that's got to be destroyed? That conception, dismantled, or at least understood as it is. Otherwise, you'll go that way. And you'll only get there, and that'll have to, at some point, have to be dismantled. And that's why Nityananda was considered the killer of Brahmins. But he didn't kill physically, you gotta understand what I'm talking about. Killer of the Brahmin mentality, that crystallization, that this is Shuddha Bhakti even. That is the problem in the Narayan Raj thing. I just tell you honestly, not to criticize, but to help those persons to move on. Okay? And I have to make it crystal clear. You really get this. Because I see they come to me and they say, yeah, that's right, I understand that. I understand. They think they do. See? Because that's the imitative level. This is the real substantial level here. If they come, any of them come here and start to listen, they will know what I'm talking, because you got to hear it. Okay? You will be enlightened when you hear these explanations. Then you'll really start to get it. You'll say, wow, I'm really getting this. Okay? But only a purified devotee can explain it. Okay? That's tops that level. Okay? I remember my ex-wife went into that, and she would do the same thing. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. See, now she's equal with this, just like the godbrothers thought they were equal with Prabhupada. Just like him. Yeah, just know, I heard this way over. Just know that I, Narayan Raj, and Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami are the same level. But see, they think that. Yeah, but they can't act it in the sense they still speculation there. Just like I gave the Bhagavad Gita 10:10 verse.
This house is
purport. Then you look into that and you say, man, that's right where
it's made for
Prabhupada
people
was.
in
That's right.
wheelchairs.
So, and you look at his, doesn't even
That's why
touch
it's
it.
big.
Matter of fact, it shows
That's why the
the
hallway is bigger than the
speculative
normal
idea
size.
going directly. Get it? No word, no person can give it to you. But see, no, the right word can. And the Radhakund Babaji say the same thing. You cannot experience the love of the gopis through the word. It says, see, but it's not true at all. This is their speculation. Yeah, I'm proving you can. Oh, don't
They
I
want
do
to
it
know
through the
where he's
word?
living right now.
Relishing these mellows right there in front of everybody.
In
Look
caravan.
at the intelligence that guy. This is without relishing mellows, man. You cannot deliver disciples, man. Just like the Bhagavatam says. Then you can have to understand the Bhagavatam by relishing mellows, and then you can teach it to others properly. You're empowered like an iron put in a really hot fire, and it comes out blazing hot to burn away the illusion.
Why have you done that?
Right now.
do you or a member of your household being a householder with you have a serious, I don't have a serious, I don't understand.
You know, when you got a hot iron and there's some plastic there, it just melts it, right? That's this world. The mind's like this plastic. It's plastic. It's a replica. That's right. It doesn't last. It breaks apart at some point, man. You put a blazing hot fire and it just melts it, man.
Yeah, rheumatoid dialysis, but you know what? Do you remember when we went into CityLink?
So, Nina says, why are Brahmanas said to be very dear to Krishna if they cause so many problems? That's a very good question.
How do you spell dialysis?
And Krishna must have been talking
Well,
about
D-A-dial,
Prabhupada-like Brahmins. See?
Y-S.
Because, so okay,
Y-S-I-S.
look at it from a logical point of view.
I just said,
Krishna,
I said S-I-S, I didn't say S-I-S-I.
the way a devotee is very dear to the Lord on the Shuddha Bhakti platform is because he's so intimate with the Lord. He's tasting in the Lord's presence, spiritual form, that it's very dear to the devotee, and then automatically the Lord reciprocates that the devotee's very dear to him. See? Because, remember I said when you're pleasing Krishna in the greatest way, in Shuddha Bhakti way, that's your happiness. So that's just this dearness is shared by both parties. So a Brahmin, if he's in the mode of goodness, well, you know, the Lord is very, okay, Vishwanath, here we go, hot off the press. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this in the the first chapter, I think. He says, what goes by pure devotional service, like a Brahmin in doing like mode of goodness stuff, which goes by pure devotional service is often misunderstood, but taught as pure devotional service on the
No, writer, I am homeless.
This mode of goodness level,
I
because
am
it's the highest thing
homeless.
people can see. They can't go
I am
beyond
temporarily
that.
living,
It's very rare.
staying,
You
not
need a
living,
special
but living
teacher, special teaching,
in
special
a
time
caravan
to teach such things.
in
So
the
they
garden
they
of
think
this
like
world.
Jesus, he's a moral person, he taught morality and laws of the universe and all that stuff. But that was just because of the level of consciousness. Okay? So, yeah, Krishna is very dear
It does not suit
in the
my
mode. See, that's Krishna,
my health
he's the mode of
conditions.
goodness, he's regulation of everything. And to a Brahmin, that's very dear to Krishna in that mode of goodness. See? So, but a Brahmin is not very, in the mode of goodness, is not very dear to Lord Chaitanya in the mode of Shuddha Bhakti. He kicked him out of his kirtan. He kicked him, he chastised Devananda Pandit. That's how dear these Brahmins are. See, you're seeing a whole other level here. It's a revelation, by the way. Okay. Can you get that? See, the Lord comes in the Shuddha Bhakti form and says these Brahmins that are supposedly dear to him, he says, get that guy out of my kirtan. He's spoil my kirtan. That brahmachari, that Brahmin, he was better than the Brahmin. He was brahmachari, no sex from his birth. No vegetables even. That guy was so Brahmin, man, no vegetables, milk drinker, a little fruit and milk, so austere, renowned. Get him out of my, spoil my kirtan. That's how dear that kind of Brahmin is to Lord Chaitanya in the mode of goodness. But Srivas, he was a simple guy. You know, I'm sure he ate vegetables even. You know, he even had a little dog. It says that Srivas had a dog. Brahmins aren't. He was supposed to have a dog. He had a dog. You know. And Lord Chaitanya said, even that dog is going back to the kingdom of God because it has a relationship with my devotee. My devotee may be austere enough, but if he's my devotee is symptomized by ecstatic
stupid. So if one member doesn't and one member does.
Can you relish
Just
the name of Krishna?
the
That's
householder
Krishna, right? And that's
has
the
a
proof. I
wheelchair
don't need
lift,
any document
and he
to
uses
say
it.
I have a checklist here. My checklist is for if this guy's a guru or any of you are out there a guru, is can you relish the name of Krishna where tears pour out of your eyes and ecstatic devotional symptoms manifest? That's the checklist here. Yeah, look at the Johan, man. That guy is on his way, man. He's gonna be guru.
Fucking phone's making me angry.
The Lord ain't waiting with that guy, man. Well, he's already talking. Look at it, it's like I'm looking in the mirror, man. He shows how pissed off the Lord's going. God is going against us.
You get pissed off.
Are you in the hospital looking like this?
You start looking like that, you automatically become guru. See? That's dedication, man. That's commitment. That's like all eggs in the basket. That's sold out. See? All these qualities you pick up being around devotees like that. Yeah, so does that make sense? See? Different level. Who is expensive?
Because I am living in a caravan and it's totally suitable.
You know those Bhakti Shastra teachers with all their degrees they hand out?
My friend is disabled and
Besides that shit.
Like this
I'm
are
currently going
unexplainable
through
unless they're special
benefits
and
for
powerful. That you have to have that divine intelligence, and I know it's not like I got. It's the Lord has it, and this is mercy for me.
Don't use the
Also,
word living.
I never
I'm
thought of
temporarily
that.
staying.
I also was living.
But I am homeless.
We're all on the need to know basis
I am
here
homeless.
because you asked the question. Well, here it is, and it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Perfect sense.
I'm
You can't get it
temporary.
more. See, you might as well start writing a book.
Staying.
Perfect questions, and you're the questioner. Perfect answers. See, on this level.
Staying in
Johnny
my
says,
friend's
Johan
caravan.
says, no thanks, I'm an idiot. That's great. That's the qualification. Just stay like that. Don't be like Lalita. She thinks she's very smart. Maybe she's in the, I like this one. I am an ecstatic devotee. Ecstatic. You're gonna milk that one a lot.
Put in there. What?
And then she comes out, she imitating. And that's conclusive. I heard, she says, and that's conclusive. Oh, it's conclusive, the imitator. She uses the same words I use.
I will be assessed
That's conclusive.
on the date, on Monday, whatever day that is. And the second
See,
is
that's what the Putana does. She says one thing, but actually
I
the
will
truth
be
of it is
assessed by
they imitate
health point
being a devotee, imitate everything.
on Monday.
So we'll see, maybe we're working on it. Everyone Lord Chaitanya
What is the date
chastised
today?
usually became a pure devotee.
What's it today?
23, 24, 25.
That would be amazing if all those people that are just chastised all through our classes become that like that. Can you imagine start a real golden age?
It's the 25th of March.
Oh, 25th of March.
It ain't no golden age yet. Golden age is 500 years ago. Going through, this ecstatic devotion. I think that's happening. We're on our way.
You better watch this.
Making headway.
News.
Oh gosh, I hit him. Yeah, so I can't understand, yeah. Why you put April?
April?
When affection for Krishna becomes deeper, one obtains love of Godhead in devotional
I'm
service.
finished.
Such a
You need to put
position is
mental
called
health points.
Saji Baba.
You know what, you do it, okay, you do it. I'm not
Saji
doing it.
Baba.
Well then why don't you let me help?
Enjoyment
I am.
of
When
the
I'm trying to,
vows
you know,
of devotional
this is it,
service
this is
to
it.
Krishna.
Right?
There's
I will be
almost like
assessed
there's
by
something that should
health
come
points
before that.
on Monday
Oh, okay, maybe that's from the last chapter.
for
Okay.
my needs.
Anyway.
What about
Health points. Okay, I need to put something else in there.
See where it's left off.
Which is in the garden of our house.
Well, it's not going to be in her kitchen. which is on planet Earth, under the Earth, under the sun,
Give me a kiss.
near fucking the moon, in Nottingham.
Kiss.
Come on.
What do you want more? Do you want anything else? Oh, there. Come on! I can not fucking all day. I need to do things.
Yeah, well.
Oh, this is so good.
Okay. Just don't put needs. It's fine.
You know, I'm going to backtrack to the.
For my knees.
I will be assessed by mental health point on Monday.
Mental health.
For health point on Monday to establish.
And this is the chapter before that.
To
chapter
establish.
22,
That's the
verse
idea of being
156.
They might not know what a health point is. Actually, they will. Okay.
So actually, reading. You didn't do anything. Do you have a cat or a
In
dog?
my hair.
I have a cat.
You don't.
But I do. I have a horse
Ooh,
with big horns and
God, maybe we gotta start from the beginning. This is not like nectar.
Or you join
I
up
think
and
that we're
have
only
any
gonna get a
support
few
needs.
verses.
We're only gonna get a few.
You see?
Yeah, you know, just be ready to stay your whole lifetime.
You have any what?
Because we can
No,
get
those
this all
warnings, yeah.
amazing. I just can't, it's like hard to start somewhere. You just gotta start from the beginning and just start from the beginning.
Okay,
This is the previous chapter.
okay, this is Matthew 22:1. I
Yeah.
offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is an ocean of transcendental mercy. And although the subject matter of Bhakti Yoga is very confidential, he has nonetheless manifested himself
This is
See what
clever.
they're doing?
These are clever people. These people have gone to special schools
Yeah,
to
see,
learn
even in the age
how
of
to annoy a
Chaitanya
human being.
manifests
So
so
always the
nicely.
person doing this is fucking retarded,
So nicely.
obviously.
And
And you
because
have to
it's
go
such a
to them
difficult
like,
subject
no.
to manifest in this Maya. You know, pure
is
devotional
the
service.
sky blue?
these
Yes. If
principles.
yes, the
So
sky
you know
blue.
another
Next
one
page.
is
How blue is
also
the sky?
being manifested
Blue.
so nicely.
Is it very blue? A little bit
Here we
blue.
are 500
Or not
years
blue at all.
later,
If
and
not
look at
blue at all,
these
describe what color it
explanations
is if it's not
It's
blue.
as if
When you've
the
already
Lord
told
is
us
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
blue.
Ah.
Yes.
Do you have two
Are
legs?
we
If you have
gonna
two legs.
spend time doing this, or are we just gonna fill it in? Because
Well, we're just
we can
playing the
spend
game.
time doing
We're
this,
just playing the game.
And we've got to-
We're in the rat
and
maze.
we've got to play
We're
the
in the
game.
rat maze.
So we
We're
can
in the
stop
rat
playing
maze.
this game. And
We're
play
in
that
the rat
game.
maze, and we're discussing. You know
The rat
what? I
race.
don't like the smell of the fuckies. She's going, well, if you don't like the fucking ratties, that fucking rat's going to stay in the house all day fucking long. I'm going, he's all right.
Okay, we're gonna
He's
play this.
all right.
We're
He
gonna
can
go-
stay with us.
Did you not just? Did you not say? And I want the truth, right? That stop wasting my time.
Is that it?
Did you not say
No,
that earlier?
I'm enjoying this
What
now.
are you doing?
I'm enjoying this
So
now.
then I enjoy
I'm
it
just
as well.
thinking now,
I enjoy
fuck it, let him say.
I'm
That's
just-
what they want.
No, I don't want to
No, fuck you, you're alright, you're alright. But they're actually saying, you don't really want him to leave, do you? How desperate do you want this person
They're
to
trying to
leave?
pin you on your fucking.
You want to go, oh fuck it, I'll leave it. You go, aha, excellent, we've housed another one.
Sri Chaitanya. All glory to
Mental
Sri
health problems.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
yes.
No.
All
This
glory
form
to
is
the
given
Nityananda
as mental
Prabhu.
health problems.
That's what I started doing. That's what I started doing.
And
I used to
all
have a form like
glory
this.
to
I'm
all
going,
devotees of
I didn't have
Sri
mental health
Chaitanya
problems until I started filling this out. That's
Sri
true.
Chaitanya
I started doing
Mahaprabhu
that. I
said,
don't think I ever got to the end of the form. I
I
think
have
the end of the form.
described
I think there's actually somebody at the end of the website
relationship with
writing out
Krishna
more
in
pages
various
for us to fill out.
ways.
It's going to never get there.
This is
I
the
bet you.
subject
We
matter
spent
of
an hour on this
all
and
the
we'll never get to the
Vedas.
end of it.
Krishna is the center of all activities. Now I shall speak
That's what I
about
was
the
gonna say to you, we need to
characteristics
go
of
into
devotional
So
service.
they can't run
See,
away.
Krishna, even in the Maya, is the center of all activities. It's like I was
And we've been walking into the
point.
point.
Sense gratification is superficial,
These two greenhorns we've never been able to run.
satisfying.
Goodness, you're so
He's the center of
abusive.
your activities.
I found your fucking email 20 fucking times. It doesn't fucking happen.
So, devotional service
Is
Give me
this-
water.
in practice
Is
and
this-
spontaneous is putting
What the
Krishna
fuck is that?
I don't know.
Their face on my face. Great, what's going to fucking
in the
great?
center of the
Experiencing
activities.
domestic
That's how
abuse.
you
Yes!
evolve
Yes!
the nation. So you start to add
Excuse me.
as
Excuse me?
Krishna's transcendentally engaged service.
Excuse.
And ultimately, from Vaidhi Bhakti, you're engaged
Yes.
into the real initiation, where your
No, it's
spiritual
not
senses
anymore.
are awakened. Jesus called that this. You have
Yeah,
to
that's
be
probably
born
been
again.
reading
There's
and
The
that's
only
the opening
person
of the spiritual
leaving
senses, which you get from those whose spiritual senses
Oh.
are already opened, unless they're preaching.
Yes,
That's why
absolutely.
they'll
We
hide
do
that
that.
nature more, and they preach another thing.
Jesus ones.
Prabhupada did more of this thing. So here, where people are taking the Vaidhis from whoever's ready to come from Vaidhi Bhakti, make the transition to the
Design that,
Raganuga stage, and then into spontaneous, by learning the principles of Raganuga and spontaneous devotion, into the actual taste and the awakening of your spiritual senses. Okay? So just by association, that is done just by hearing these things from such a devotee. That
You're
is
not
done.
going to do any
It's
of
already,
this.
you could just look
No,
around,
so
and
if
it's already
yes.
done here. Where, of course, at the beginning, it's only been a
Yeah.
year
So it
of
says,
really people coming
If you
and
answer
taking it
yes,
seriously.
please transfer this.
Now, you're going to see more and more, including yourselves, if you're not awakening your spiritual ability to relish
No, not really,
transcendental
because it's gonna get-
subject matter. Your ability to read these leelas and just laugh and cry and all this great happiness you're giving
Would
to
you be
Krishna.
considered
He's
for
once,
would you like to be considered for independent living?
Yes.
Jesus at the well, he said, the Lord's very much looking for this kind of worship in spirit and truth. Spirit is the devotion arising in the heart. See, rising to meet
What do you mean,
Krishna,
what?
Krishna in his words. See, this is Krishna in the book.
That's about me, and I can't get word in
Empty
anyway.
box. See, this is what they say, this is Krishna, just listen to us, and you open it up,
Yes.
what's been in there?
Have you been
Revelation
accepted
is
as
really
an
Krishna.
what? As
You
an
gotta get Krishna
adoptive
in the real
parent?
phone.
Fuck off, Imuna.
There's
Yes.
the real
Confusing.
I'm going to.
I'm fucking driving in the car. I'm saying yes, left, right.
reading
I'm like
that
3
one.
miles behind
The
you.
I'm
word.
reading that
See,
one.
the word is the Lord.
Yes and no,
Words
and there's a
in
whole
the
fucking
beginning was
20
the
yeses and
Word.
no's
The
in
Word
here.
was with God. The Word was God.
This is meant. This is.
It's
You need
with
to move
God. It's
to a
with
This is meant to
it's
cause
with-
domestic
it's
violence,
with-
alcohol problems, and drug abuse.
Do you need to move to a different location to be near a relative? Yes.
People are
Who?
like
My
God
friends.
here
My
in
spiritual
the
God
world.
family.
Yes.
But
That.
they're enjoying like God, yeah, this is all for me, it's all for my happiness. Even children, all.
Just fucking park like fucking diggity. Telephone number. Fucking number.
Everybody, they're all like little gods, not like that.
7-1.
The devotee is like
You don't even know it's
power.
lucky.
I didn't say 8, 649.
To serve.
0717.
They're engaged in the transcendental
085.
service. So it's all leading that.
In
that
relationship.
awakening. And so that's what
Sister.
that's the transition
Partner.
from here to
Carer.
into this
All the
true
relatives.
second birth.
Non-relatives. Where God, other relatives. God,
Yeah, other relatives.
other relatives.
That's
God's
supposed to
sisters.
be, it's symbolic. Your
Someone help
God
you
is
fill
like
it. There's someone help
what they
you.
did
Yes,
in
they helped you fill out
Christianity,
this
man,
form.
with the goats, man. Oh, this we're
Who
symbolic.
helped you fill out the form?
Oh my
get rid of your
gosh,
sins
what
and
does
kill
that
the goats,
fucking matter?
Make it bleed and all that.
It's matters
This
because
is
it's the way you
superficial.
can't do
The
yourself.
Lord's not happy with goat killing
More
only with that. I mean,
points you
that's a
get.
start because that's
What points
external
mean?
devotion. He wants his second birth thing, man. He wants this where your spiritual senses are opening, man. And now Bhakti Devi is
You need to do that.
Yeah, fucking just
rising
did.
in your heart.
That's my fucking name.
It makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Why?
Adding it to the
I'd
dictionary.
give it a spiritual fucking insight.
Scriptures in the name. See, now you're
Don't
pleasing
you believe
Krishna,
that?
and that's what you show the world. That's what
He
the
puts his
when
own
you
hair
sit there
out.
and chant it,
What's my
you should
address?
really
He put his hair
relish
out
it.
yesterday.
24
All looking at it.
Linsdale.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, let's hang around. Let's sit there and watch this.
Linsfield Gardens.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Then you're like, wow, how fortunate we are
This
to
is
see the
Linsfield
emotional
No,
center.
that's his official
That's
face.
the devotee.
Oh.
So, Venus says, it appears like there is shelter and following rules. There are.
Annoying bastard.
It's some shelter, but it's a bit flimsy.
Take it away.
You know, it's like you're erecting a shelter, you know,
Well,
that's
it's quite
like a
annoying
tent.
bastard, isn't it?
Instead of a solid building. Because
If you're
rain
present
is
home
small
not
like
suitable,
that,
would you
know,
need to
you
stay in
got
the same
the
area,
critical
providing
leaders
consumer support
often,
with
you know,
childcare holiday?
and they're
Do you want to be considered for LAP?
deliverers
What
and
is
all that.
LAP? LAP
Therefore,
gives you
Look,
external time for rehousing
it's-
a list of okay, you will however be late.
So there's shelter, but it's
I
like.
don't even know what LAP is. Why did I say yes?
Still, it's like you're still, if you can't taste the honey, like
Yes.
Johan was quoting in Yamaraj's thing, if you
Great,
can't
now we have a
taste
whole
the honey
fucking
of
essay
ecstatic
to fill
devotion
out
with
again.
open spiritual senses, you're still in the universe. You're still subject to power. You will get the results of
So,
your pious
child.
and impious deeds.
Save what you've done so far.
So,
Save
child.
There is some fall down, accidental fall down or something.
Save what you've done so far, you lose it.
I can't say it. There's nowhere to say that.
Quick, stop it. Let's just go. Why
No,
did it
it's
say
not
two?
really
Go.
fall down, it just purifies
What's
because they
NAP?
taste the honey and the nectar thing. Yamaraj don't even touch those, I don't care what they
If
do.
your present home is not
You know,
suitable, but you need to stay in the same area to provide or receive support with childcare. Yamuna!
You don't want to
No!
go there and become a fault finder.
You wish to consider
You
for
do
a
that
flat at
and
the
it's
Victoria Centre.
results. Look what
Where's
happened to
Victoria
those
Centre?
who
It's a
found
huge
fault
big
with,
building with a lift.
No.
Judicature.
Do you wish to consider for a flat at Victoria Centre? It's not bang in the middle of town. Leave all that Harinam stuff in your place. You just drive down.
Alright, put yes then!
He was a pure, this is part of the pastimes.
I don't want to
Costa is next door.
You go shopping.
Shopping all places.
You got
You
shopping.
can stand there and do Harinam.
Everything.
I'll move down.
Well, they get me to know people's home anyway, aren't they?
And he
This
became
could be
he's
no
part of the
business.
Bhagavatam.
This is
Even
great.
in
There's a lot of
Indra,
other
he was
songs.
pleased.
Yeah! Flapping tits! You little old lady in Costa, every time we walk in Costa, she's sitting there and her eyes are hanging out like that.
He sure speaks well.
Yeah, you do. Every time we go to Costa, she's there, she's like she's night and living dead.
She works there.
She doesn't, she lives up in the flats. Like your mate lives up in the flats.
Impressed even.
Scary man who didn't go there.
You know, I'm
Powerful.
getting really funny doing this.
So,
What do you mean, getting funny?
Do you want to be considered for affordable home ownership? Yes.
I just want to own his own home.
Oh. Right. Do you want to be considered for housing association members?
Now I shall speak
Yeah.
about the
Do you want to be
characteristics of
considered for a
devotional
home
service,
swapper?
by
Swapper
which
housing
one
tenant.
can
Oh, you got
attain
nothing to
shelter
swap.
of Krishna and his loving
Have a
transcendental
caravan.
service.
Do you want to be considered for private rental?
see, now we're gonna
Yes.
see,
Yeah.
what,
Do you want
Yeah,
to
go
be
ahead.
considered for a
A
shared
human
accommodation?
being's
No.
activities should
Do
be
you want to be considered
centered
for shared
only
ownership?
on
No.
devotional
You could have
service to
shared
Lord
because then you
Krishna.
can bring them into Krishna
That
consciousness.
is
I could also bring him in a
verdict.
big fat
of all Vedic
Aaron
religions.
Kashipu, couldn't I?
Yeah.
and so
You're in your cashew poo.
Yeah.
that's
Say that 3
meaning
times
of
really
how
fast.
to
Hurry Kashipu, hurry Kashipu, hurry Kashipu.
Would you like to help
take
find,
shelter.
would you like help find employment or training opportunities?
When he's already told him he's 70 and he's retired. Yeah.
No, I don't want the fucking training appointment. Unless they're giving me computer stuff.
on
Right, and he's
so-
retired. He's 70.
Computer training.
And that's the
Computer
devotional
training,
service
yeah.
and practice.
Yeah, you could do
I
a
mean,
bit of that. Go back,
everybody's
go
got
back.
these are
Mara, she's like that.
centered on Krishna, but in the wrong way, in the Maya. See, so everybody stays there. See?
No one's watching!
Yeah, they like that.
Now,
They like
devotional
this put there
services, now we change
look for
that.
word.
What is your
And now
preference
we
stance?
practice chanting, we
Retired.
practice hearing, we practice go
Do
to
you have a
see
bank account?
deity.
Yeah.
And they may not get that much result, and that's why
Just do
you
it.
get to a
Because whatever
point,
it says, we've got to
because you
do
don't
it.
have the open
Annual
spiritual
income
senses yet.
from
So you see the
employment.
deity and it's
No.
not like,
NA.
oh, you know, or you chant
Narcotics
and it's
Anonymous.
like, wow, all this stuff you kind of see here a lot.
Put the slash in.
Okay? Why? Because senses are open.
Slashing,
So you
go
do the
slashing.
devotional service and practice, but is that where it's supposed to go? It says where it's supposed to go right before that.
How much is your pension?
Annual
We know
income from-
how much his pension is now. How
I
much is
don't
it?
know. I've no idea.
It goes into your bank.
Yeah.
Where's your bank statement?
There is so that you can attain the transcendental loving service. See, it's not just a word.
People get different amounts of the pension, don't they?
No, you have to be
£124,
that devotee,
£424.
Awesome.
relishing the
Annual
transcendental
income
loving
from
service
benefit.
of the Lord. It's not just
No.
Annual income from pension.
Well, that's
Multiply that by.
52.
yes, I'm engaged in the transcendental loving
Maybe
service.
6.
Just put it.
No, put it in, you multiply it.
124
It
times
says
4
annual income.
times 12 times 4. Try to fucking work it out themselves, the bastards.
Move like a robot.
It's loads of money. The government are looking after you royally,
That's
bro.
the
What,
beginning.
£24 a week for doing
And
nothing?
now,
We're no
people
cunts.
see like her,
I might be old soon enough.
and Johan found here like a kind of like a cow Jenny.
A man won't get a pension, will he?
Yes, I want to engage in this. How can I
That's
do that,
wild,
Krishna? Please help me. See, and by the mercy of Krishna, you get guru.
4. How many weeks in a year? 52.
52.
Times 4 or 4 months. 12.
You get
Yeah.
the bona fide guru that's here. to take you
£59.
to the platform.
No, it's 5,900. It's 6,000 a year.
Yeah, 6, 7.
£124. It's because I put £1.24.
See, and then
So
by the
6,000.
mercy of guru, see, you hear, all you, that's what I told Kevin, all you have to do is
Yeah,
have
6,000.
That's a lot of money for all those. It's not real money though, anyway. It's just
here.
fucking-
You get,
and hear,
Right.
and learn,
5,900.
You don't.
and get purified.
5,000. Yeah, so 6,000.
No, it's £5,952.
£5,952. That's sterling.
No.
Annual income.
And
For
the mercy
benefits.
of guru, you
None.
get Krishna, what is that? You engage in
No,
awakened
put NA, just put
spiritual
NA.
Annual savings or any other income. Amount of savings.
Fuck off.
engagement.
No, you can still put none.
Yes.
£2,900.
Go on, put that.
Not giving any money.
They won't, you have to have over
So, the
50.
beauty of this, because we're preaching here, you don't have to go to a big
Joint
long course.
application,
By
just
the
miss all of
bhakti,
that out. It's if it's a joint application, you don't have to do this bit. It's not a joint application.
you can just understand somehow or other what we're doing.
Anyone? Please note, all fields with an
If you
asterisk
just
must be
come here
completed.
and listen,
They all have an
you get the
asterisk.
same
Is
result
anyone
of a
on
person
this
spent
application
50 or
working for
100
Nottingham City
years
Council?
doing
No.
Bhakti Bhakti.
Have another job, Rebecca.
Give her, employ that woman.
Do you want to fill out this form?
Yeah, Joanna, come over here.
I've done enough
Fill out
benefit
this
stuff
shit.
recently. I'm moving on to
You
the
won't get that.
I can drink mine, it's cold.
You're such a pisser. It
Yeah.
wasn't
Sorry, was
cold.
it called?
It wasn't cold. It wasn't hot. It wasn't cold.
My PA.
Sorry.
Not.
Don't get involved.
If you were a
Can I have
Pharisee,
some
like
more tea with
Yeah,
one
just who
sugar?
else wants tea?
No, thank you. I'm pissing out my
Yes,
ears.
Paul,
You can-
you're
yeah.
studying, you know, all that
Does
stuff.
anyone on this
You know,
application?
or you were just a
Just
person, a Gentile, you came
Does anyone
to,
have
See the anger of the acid this week. So what's wrong with that? What is
We
wrong with
will-
that?
Nothing.
ecstatic.
What are you being mad
Use
for?
Because I
your
can't watch
use your
it.
post
Like
or email,
everybody
but we
else.
sometimes need to
Isn't
interview
that
a
what
person.
we're
If that's
doing?
necessary, we need a translator for you. Okay.
No, fine. I'm-
Yes, we need a translator. Do you have any specific requirements, such as large print?
Yes.
He
Yes.
said, Nityamanda, give it to the lowest persons, if they, you know, that they'll come.
Large print. Oh fuck it, we just have to end up reading anyway.
I want to eat. I want to eat
Next.
audio.
No, doesn't need any fucking, we'll fucking do it.
No! Just put yes, because it will help, you know, when he gets his carers and stuff.
Yeah, I will.
And take your association. That was the only qualification. Will you bow down to that?
You can't
Otherwise, you're gonna bow down to
claim
the Maya in some form. Are you gonna
Right, well, let's just go to Aspley, because Aspley's not far from me.
bow down to the
Ways for
gurus who
that.
haven't realized pure devotional service? Isn't that what people are doing?
Tick in the box. No? Can't do it.
Please let us know
What
which
you
you find
inviting
here.
back there, bowing
If you
down
want to
there,
see
not here?
where these areas are, please click the link below it.
I know where they are, so the best, The nicest ones are
Bowing down,
Mapley,
bowing
Sherwood,
down. If you
Woollerton,
bow down here,
and Woollerton.
you're bowing down
So
to
we just-
the embodiment
do?
of
That's
this.
it, yeah, it's all good, because you can't name them.
What's this? Have you read it?
Yes.
Have we done it?
Think completed. Print screen this.
Do I need to sign it?
Otherwise, you're going to bow down to
Different
Heidi and remain there. Isn't that their goals
Yeah.
representing?
It's a computer!
You can't say that. Anyone watching? Nobody's
That
watching.
was all that was required. With
Crop that and
Jesus.
save it. It's got his reference number on it. No, just-
And with Nityananda, right there in the book says, anyone, whether we are sinful or religious or saintly, it didn't matter. If you would just bow down and say, oh man, you represent the Sat Chit Ananda, you are a vigraha of conclusive understanding
take that.
and ecstatic
Go back to the
bliss.
other one.
So I bow down here, I want to listen here, I want to learn here. Okay, you do that, you're going to get the highest happiness.
What does it say?
And if you bow down there,
How long will it take for them to get back to us?
Please write down,
do that until
or
you
print
get
this
that up.
page for your records.
Till you
Members
realize
of your
you
computer
have
is
enough
on our
gurus
research.
that
Please know
left.
that you are now required to
And-
submit supporting documentation to enable complete your assessment. Please make sure that your quote above application number, invite, and your name, address, date of birth. Alternatively, if
they
you're
all
able to
run
provide
away.
me
It's
with
just like
if
Jesus
this is
said,
a phone
you
number,
know,
team
all
for
these others,
assistance,
they're not, they're only hirelings.
we all should be
You're
contacted.
not the Lord himself
Before we
working.
can process your application, we need you to provide with relevant information.
What is it?
What? The phone number? 0115
A particular container, a
7469.
particular box. Okay? They're
970.
hirelings. You know, they're just hired and they just, for a time, and they don't care about the flock. They just disappear. You run away.
Yay, home link, your registered company. Oh. Huh? Home link. Registered in England, Wales, company number.
When you're fed up having one of
No, you're
those,
not
two of those, three of those, you know, they initiate, and then
Oh, your
it's
reference
always
number,
takes
we've got
you
it,
up to
sorry,
Prabhupada,
save.
and then you still
7714.
can't quite reach, and you,
15.
and you cry out to the
Password
Lord,
is
oh Lord,
ZC
please, I want you, I
I don't know
still
if that's
got my,
IG? IG? Yes, an IG.
You haven't even told me what's capital.
I'm satisfied with this.
Oh.
You cry out, then you
Yeah.
this kind of guru. If it's in this life,
Did you
we'll
cope with
have to
it?
see.
No, my back's stiff.
You've got to ask him how many more pictures you're going to add.
Any more pictures?
You're going to add to it.
Pictures.
See, Johan says you-
Pages.
Pages, done.
Go
No.
down, go down. What do we need to do
Down.
now? What do we need to do now?
We're getting much more in one lecture than
Shower?
50 years. Exactly.
No, with this
One
phone,
lecture,
what's the
this
process?
lecture
What are they
here.
going to do? When are they going to ask us the supporting evidence?
Is it you?
There it is. Okay.
Yeah. And because I'm also like you guys here.
You sent you an
listening,
email.
I'm also
Email
listening.
Calvin the Bowl. Calvin the B. Calvin the dot B. What's it called?
They go down, they're going to want to know is disability
Right, I
proof of
got yours.
benefit.
I don't know.
It
You
says
got a box, I got a box.
disability proof of
That's
benefit.
right. So, hey man, I say, when I say it's not like an ego, I think, hey, this is brilliant. You know, thank you, Lord, for you. You know, you're brilliant. Lord.
Last 5 years addresses if you have not lived in your current home for
You
the
know,
last
when you
5
start
years.
doing this kind of devotional service,
You
in
know,
open spiritual
you've got any
senses,
letters to your last
and
address or
ecstasy,
anything,
you
have you?
get clear and you see this, the Lord is
Which
the Lord.
letters?
Very close.
First the Lord
I
does,
might
the Son
know.
does.
Huh?
Just,
What do I want letters for?
Proof that you live there.
Well, they get it off
Of them.
Midland.
I don't have. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was here.
the Lord working by medium. You start, what do you think? It's just words by medium? No, you realize it.
I'll go back to the one.
Which one?
Talk about intimacy.
The one.
Which one? That's Is that Honey you filled out?
So save that page.
Scary,
Honey, because we applied for Honey.
scary, exciting though.
No, the other one.
That's the PIP. Oh no, that's, well, okay, what's the other one?
Brilliant,
That's one of the houses they're
right,
not
you're doing
any,
good, man. Keep going,
any
keep going,
like
Lord,
three
man.
houses.
We love it, man. We're enjoying this.
This is one we tried.
Yeah, is there a phone number for them so we can call them?
Moving soon.
Is this better than yesterday?
Yesterday's so gone.
Contact.
A human being's activity should be centered only on devotional service to Lord Krishna.
You know, you can't have retirement homes.
That is the verdict of all Vedic literatures, and all saintly people have firmly concluded this. When the mother
Rentals, retirement. Go down.
Vedas is questioned as to whom to worship, she says that you are the only Lord and worshipable object. Similarly, the corollaries of the Shruti Shastras
See, that's really it, and that's when the Lord comes.
He's got one in Africa.
What? You mean
His
Africa?
property in Africa.
Here as
South Yorkshire.
You know,
No,
it's
South
so
Yorkshire.
It's
powerful.
supposed to be off the coast of Africa.
It's so powerful because if you can believe
Bristol
it,
is 20
then
though.
it's really wonderful. So the Lord comes, as I believe, as Jesus Christ, and the Lord came as Lord Chaitanya. And those who believe, look at the result they got. Okay? So, and the Lord comes, he's got to come as a devotee. Okay? Because you can't teach devotional service without practicing it himself. So the Lord has to come as a devotee to preach. He can't come just as Krishna. He has to come as a devotee. Of himself. That's why both Lord
Whoa!
Chaitanya and
5 worlds.
Jesus Christ spoke the same
I
way.
want any houses like that in Goa.
And the followers you notice the followers are glorifying the incarnation, and that's why it's powerful. That's
Yeah, okay, they say Monday that woman's coming at 9:30 or between 9:30 and 10.
Here.
Yeah, and she can see you in your
what
caravan.
pleases the Lord. And the devotees, even in our
I don't want
life,
to in this
so
room.
the Christians
I
glorify
keep it in the
Jesus.
kitchen.
And how we get into the house? Front
Go
door.
through the front door.
Jesus Christ, not just the Christ.
We're not coming here.
I don't want to be in here. Come in.
Why not?
She can ask why I've got 3 computers.
Could you agree?
It's like saying, oh yeah, just Krishna comes
I
here.
don't want her to
No,
come in here.
Jesus
It's
Right
Christ.
then, well, that's easy, that was easy.
You'll have to invite me in from the London, won't you?
I know Prabhupada said that you should just,
Yeah, you can be in the
Why is
kitchen.
the radiator on?
Oh, I forgot to turn the heating.
say the Christ is Lord. I know, but I tell you, when you really analyze this realization, what